Pisces, this is your July 2016 forecast reading. We're going to start with love and partnerships, and we'll move on to the general forecast. The first card that comes up is the card of calling in your soulmate. And this says your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So many of you Pisces has been dreaming about someone to basically walk your path, walk your journey with you. Be this a romantic partner or a business partner or even a really good friend, just someone to be there on the same wavelength as you, on the same journey as you, to just get you. And you've been thinking quite a bit about this type of person you'd like to have. And it's your creative thinking and your positive thinking and that visualization of this person that's actually been helping to call them in. So it says that this person is definitely making their way toward you, quite possibly getting very close in your proximity or already in your proximity. I know many Pisces have been asking about when is the soulmate coming. And this card is to say that you're wanting that person, you're imagining that person is actually helping to bring them towards you. They are coming toward you. The next card that comes up says, this is going to end you up with facing a decision or a choice though. So this person coming into your life is going to make you have to choose. And it's not going to be an easy decision. There's going to be no right or wrong in this decision. It's going to be up to you in your heart center what you feel is the decision that you should make. But it's not going to be easy. Whenever faced with two choices like this, where each door just takes you on a journey of equal value, then it is difficult to make that choice. Because the next card that comes up says, for hearing my thoughts, understanding my dreams, and being my best friend, for filling my life with joy and for loving me without end, I do. So whomever this person is, they're going to have a marked impact on your life. They're going to be important to you and they're going to probably be there for quite a long time, if not forever, this lifetime forever. Well, look, they're probably soulmates are from last lifetime, so I'm thinking this is someone that's been around in your sphere of existence for a very long time, many lifetimes. So here they are again, and they are going to be on your journey with you for another good long time. Okay, now your general forecast reading. We're going to start with your soul's journey in 2016 and then move on to the mundane level. So at the soul level, this is now what's happening in July. The first card that comes up is the card of choosing what you believe in and standing by that. So here comes that choice again you saw in your partnership and love sector of your reading. You're going to need to make a choice and you're probably going to meet up with opposition, from whom will depend entirely upon your own life circumstances. Is going to be very different for different people. But when you choose from your core, from your heart, something you truly believe is right for you at that moment in time, stand by that decision. Make that decision trusting and believing in your decision despite the opposition. The next card that comes up is your archetype for July. So what is your soul's learning curve or the edge of the learning for you in July? And that's hypnos or sleep. And this card says that allow yourself to rest as well. You need this to restore vitality so that you are able to be fully present and participatory in this stage of your journey. So this is I'd say that July is not a great movement forward for you, Pisces. I think everything, the blocks are falling into place, the pieces are falling into place, the people are falling into place. But there's sort of this circling of this energy at the moment. You can feel it, but it's not quite going to become concrete yet. It's not going to totally manifest yet, but all the players are there. They're all going to be there and they're going to start that change. So you need to rest as well as taking note of these energies and perhaps making those decisions, because you're going to need the energy and the vitality for the forward momentum coming after July. That's for certain. Then the final card that comes up in the soul part of the journey is that of the peacock. And this says it's time to fluff out your tail feathers. Now you'll see that first card and the peacock card both have the feathers spread out in the bright colors. This is saying there's some aspect of your personality, some aspect of you, of your core being as such, that you haven't let the world see yet. You haven't explored it yet, perhaps even. And it's time to explore that. It could be that somebody comes into your life that awakens that part of you. I have a feeling that is what it's going to be. They're going to be the catalyst that awakens that part of you. And to be unafraid of it, to explore it, to show it. It's new, but it is a part of you, so explore it. Now, on a mundane level, on your day-to-day life, how is this going to play out? The first card that comes up says, people are going to come into your life to shift you. So there's definitely someone coming into your life to shift you. For some of you, it may be more than one person, but I have a feeling for most of you, it's going to be a key, significant somebody. And they are going to transform your life. Now remember, Pisces, transformation is not always comfortable because one has to give up things and one has to try new things to transform. So this person is going to probably lead you to pushing through some of your barriers, through making very firm decisions that not everybody agrees with, but ultimately are for your best interests. It says they may upend your life, they may change it very quickly, they may cause you a certain amount of discomfort, but know that they were sent into your life with a specific mission. This person signed a soul contract with you. They're here to move you on in your journey, to get you a little bit unstuck, shift you from your ways and your patterns and your ways of doing things. That's another thing they could do. They could just shift you out of your way of thinking even. It says pay attention to this person because they are actually a gift from the universe to help you move on to the next step or leg of your journey. So they're going to have a big impact, a deep impact on you. It's not someone you're going to be able to ignore. They're going to grip you on a soul or a heart level. Okay? The next card that comes up says, you have that desire for more meaningful life. You realize it's time to move on and you choose to make major life changes. So understand, you've actually been thinking this perhaps consciously, but perhaps on a subconscious level, that it's time for change. It's time to move on. So this person comes into your life so that they can open that pathway for you. You see how this fairy is moving towards that light and their pathway is lit up. That's what that person's going to do for you. But to understand, perhaps it's going to be a challenge. So keep that in mind. Then the final card that comes up in the mundane part of your journey is that of the never-ending story. And this says that you need to change the story you've been telling yourself all this time. It's probably a reoccurring story. You've probably gone through a similar situation several times in the last, say, good few years, even 20 years for some of you, less for others. It says the story's now played itself out. You've perhaps got bored with it finally. That's normally when we make changes. And it's time to create a new adventure, to tell yourself a new, better story. One, you don't actually know exactly what it is or what it's going to encompass, but that it's now time to move on and tell that new story. And the only way to do that is to create a new story for yourself and to realize that the old one was possibly not true even. Right, now your guidance. The first card that comes up is that of the card of magic. Now, magic is the manifestation card. This is the card where if you believe it, if you know it exists, if you truly believe it exists, it will manifest. It says if you are jaded or skeptical, it cannot happen. But if you believe that you can manifest that which is good for you in your life, it will do so. The next card that comes up in guidance is that of transformation. It says the process of self-transformation will open your eyes to the timeless truth of yourself. So this transformation you're going to be going through now is all about revealing perhaps your authentic self, or the core of yourself, or a part of yourself that up to this time you have not explored. And that's what growth is all about, isn't it? Your final card is the Shaman, or the Ancient Healing Wisdom. And this says that separation from source, or the belief that you are separate from source, is the cause of all disease, right? So whether it's physical disease or mental disease or illness, it is because you feel you are separated from source. And this card says it's time to rekindle your connection to source. Be that however you do this. If it's prayer, if it's going to church, if it's contacting your angels, if it's meditation, even if you have to go and explore new ways of connecting with source. Perhaps you need a new way to connect. But make that effort, because that separation is causing you illness on some level, or dis-ease on some level. And you're going to need to reconnect, because this is part of your journey at the moment. Right, Pisces, if you would like a personal reading, please contact me at theoracletimes@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Scripture says you'll always be a fool. Sometimes when you're excited, you get a little scared, 'cause life's too good for you. So pony up your pennies to make a nickel dime. It all adds up to this. You've seen it on the pictures on the news. The light is all but faded into June. The hypocrisy just fades until it's nothing. The hypocrisy just fades until it's nothing. You've seen it on the pictures on the news. And how can it be anything you ever hoped you'd